Here's the thing, Nanny Di.
Yeah.
Green-fingered hell number 63, I think we're on.
No, really?
Yeah. But look,
Yes.
I came out this morning, yesterday morning,
Yeah.
to look at the garden. And a squirrel was sat on the edge of that with one of
Eating
your
a bulb.
tulip bulbs in its mouth.
Oh, my.
And then I went round all of the others and I could see little footmarks and little nozzle marks in all of them.
What are we going to do?
So I think we're going to need to get some of that netting
Yeah,
over there.
yeah. Which is such a shame because it destroys the ambience,
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
it?
Look,
Oh.
did you plant some in there?
Yeah.
That's a black...
It doesn't matter, they'll all come
But
through
that's
just straight up.
Ericaceous thing.
It doesn't matter for bulbs.
But look,
they
they've
can go in
pulled
any-
them all up.
They have. Oh, I'm so...
Look, and that's frustrating because...
Look at this.
Look, it's set
Well, actually,
roots.
I hadn't put one in. Oh! I thought you were going to say that they'd started to
No.
come up because
But
they
what we
will
could
soon.
do is you could plant them and then could we put some of the bark chip as mulch over them?
I don't know whether that would put off a squirrel. I doubt it. I was hoping that the squirrel would be drawn by nuts rather than
I know,
bulbs,
they've
but I
pulled them up and
suppose...
then they've just put them there. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I've gone round everything. Look, have you put some in there?
I'll put them in both of these,
Yeah, but
though.
look, you
Oh,
can
look,
see
it's
little
been there.
indentations where
Look,
it's
look,
gone.
look.
I know that's one coming through there.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's started.
That started. Yeah, they will start. Look, here. I mean, to be honest, until really the end of October, even if you
Well, it's the end of
uproot a
October this
few...
week.
Well, I mean, the end of November, you can...
Keep planting.
Yeah, just plant them back again. I mean, look how easily they take.
They take really quickly and
Yeah.
they start to come out, don't they? Where you
Well,
gonna
this
put
is a
that?
crocus, I think.
I don't know what to do out here.
No, I think you're making too much of it. I think you've just got to treat this year as
Yeah.
seeing what comes,
So
seeing
now
what's
it's about
happening.
clearing back and just getting it ready for next year, isn't it? Which is
Yeah,
why I'm getting things
see
like
what lasts through
sleepers.
the winter, see what doesn't, and then you'll know how to proceed.
Right.
I mean, even if you end up with just one... Why am I shouting? Even if you end up with just one or two types of
Clematis.
creepers, yeah.
Look at this Acer. Look at all the look. The leaves have all come off.
Yeah, but you were the one that said it's
What does that mean?
deciduous or whatever. It loses its leaves, and
Oh,
you're
right.
right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Monty's wanted all his leaves
Oh,
have
has
come
it?
off.
I got
Yeah.
really worried that it was sort of
No, you told me that was all
molting.
right.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
hope so.
It's all right, yeah. Oh, you can see it's all
So
right,
we need to put
actually.
some mulch down there because presumably this cold weather is like the first frost. What do we
It
do with
is.
frosts?
Well,
Subs, give us your top tips on what we need to do with stuff in pots and frost. The second greenhouse has arrived.
has it?
Yeah, I just need to build it. Yeah,
Oh, where?
yeah, it's in a box over there. And I got sleepers that we've seen that are too small.
Do you know why we're whispering? Do
No.
they know why you're whispering?
No, why are we whispering?
So that Nadia doesn't know
What?
that we've got another greenhouse.
Yeah, I don't want her to know that it's
No,
going
I
to go
know.
up
Do
somewhere.
the people... Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at this. Look how much better this looks when the trees start to
I
lose
know.
their
I'm really
leaves.
looking forward to hacking it all down.
Are you? Because you keep saying you are, but then you don't do it.
Oh, no, I haven't got time. I know. I might try it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll come through here. Look. Well, I'm going to be pulling it all down. We'll pull it all
Oh,
down.
wow.
Look. These are broad beans for
Wow.
next year.
Are they supposed to be in now?
Yeah, you plant them now and they'll keep growing and then
Oh.
they'll winter.
And then
And
where
then-
does the bean... Oh, the bean comes on the
Yeah,
stalk, doesn't
absolutely,
it?
yeah. So it transpires that I've pretty much planted everything that Nadia doesn't want. She doesn't like
Where,
broad
no,
beans.
broad beans. She
Broad
must
beans?
like broad beans.
That's what I thought.
I mean, your mate, Nigel Slater, he
He's
adores
banging-
broad beans.
Yeah. So do you think we could use this for your tulips? This netting stuff?
Yeah,
Over
we're
the
going to
top?
have to.
We're gonna have to, aren't
We're
we?
going to have to.
This has been a disaster over here.
It hasn't been a disaster. You found out what you need to know, really.
Yeah, I'm going to crop them all actually. What a shame.
How did oh, God, where the silver squirrels?
Oh, that's in the corner over there.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, look. Positive crop. I think yeah, see, I've left that on too long.
Yeah.
It's got mould on it.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, basically left them all far too long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, basically need to pull all these up,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna sow cabbage.
Do you ever think about the thing of making compost?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, because in a way, yours is the perfect sort of garden to have a compost
Because you put
heap.
all the wet leaves and stuff
Yeah,
in, do you?
yeah, and all the stuff, and you just put
Let's make a
everything there.
compost. Let's do it.
The only thing I will say is that if it's being successful, you end up with a load of snakes at the top. Garden, yeah, because they
Rats?
no snakes, just snakes.
Does compost work during the winter?
Yeah, it works all the time. But
It's my new project.
yeah, it might
compost.
be. Oh, Mark, but this is where you and Nadia are exactly the same. If it's not all composted by the day after you've started it, you'll deem it a
failure.
disaster.
I won't. I've
You
got
will.
patience.
You have not got much patience.
But I've got a little bit more than Nadia.
You have got a little bit more. But
Yeah.
it will take about 5 years for it to be
How
properly
exciting.
working.
5 years?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm that patient.
No, because all the sort of don't put too much woody stuff in it.
You
'cause
shouldn't put
wood takes
eggshells
a
in, I
long-
seem to remember. Is that right?
I don't know. I didn't know
think.
that. I thought that they'd added something.
Right. Kiss goodbye. Hasta la vista, sweet corn.
Oh.
It's all going.
Okay.
Pulling it down. Pulling it all out. Somewhere else to plant something else. Yes. You gone. You gone. There you go. All gone. All done. All gone. Ready for cabbage. Winter cabbage. That was quite satisfying. It's quite satisfying. But look, I've still got all of these. That's it. Micro sweet corn. The sweet corn's all gone.
Oh, what's happened?
Pulled it all down. Look,
For next year.
tiny ones, look.
Next year will be better.
Tiny, tiny ones. Those windows are nice and clean. Deodorant. I'm going to show you the definition of a failed sweet corn.
Oh, it's pretty though.
One kernel. Look,
Oh,
one kernel.
Is there nothing you could eat on that at all?
No,
Let me
well
just
there
hold
is,
it.
there's just that one.
Oh yeah, it's just one.
It didn't
Two
work.
actually. It looks like 2 pimples on a bottom. Not on a bottom, on something. Look. Oh, it's pretty.
Awful.
It's alright.
It's hairy.
It's sweet.
Corn.
It looks like some sort of decoration.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I've just pulled it all down and I'm going to sow some cabbage this weekend.
Oh, not cabbage.
Yeah.
Open out the window.
Do you like cabbage, Nads?
No,
Can I say-
he likes
She
cabbage.
Nadia loves cabbage, don't you?
Cabbage, one of my favourite veggies.
The latest must-have thing that I've just been talking to Mark about is he needs to start making his own compost. So somewhere he needs, because this is the perfect sort of environment where there's all leaves and bits and pieces,
And I
and
suppose
you
all
start
the
making
food and stuff as well.
absolutely
Oh,
everything
yeah.
like that. You must cut it up small and don't put too many woody things in it. But start to build it up, and then
What do you have to do with it as well? You just
well,
said?
you just put everything like that, and then occasionally you have to wee in it.
What, your own wee?
His wee was
Oh,
usually easy.
God, no.
Only occasionally.
What, and then put it on the vegetables?
Yeah. Look, Gardener's Question Time. We're always talking about this. There's one man who does quite enjoys weeing on his vegetables.
Is he just a pervert?
No, he's got the best carrots in the history of
Weeing
gardening.
in the garden all the time now.
No,
This
no,
is
that's
great. This
true.
is recycling everything about
It
us.
is.
Should you shit on it?
Mark, why do you have to say
You
that?
are not gonna. Oh, honestly.
It's so annoying.
Anybody would think that. I can't believe you're my
Why do you
son
have to say the
sometimes.
word every time? It's not a nice word.
It's just.
People don't like hearing it.
No, look what we've got. Come with me. Hold this. Look. This is like Jurassic Park. This is like an archaeological dig.
This is why
But
it's
check
so
this out.
ridiculous not to. All this leaf mould.
Look, come.
Perfect.
It's an actual composter.
It is a compost.
So what comes out the bottom then? Is that what you put
That's
in?
when you get your proper compost. It takes a long time.
Oh.
Also, at some point, you've got to buy about I don't know, not half a ton of those worms, mealworms, and put them in, and then not that many because it's not that big, but then they make a huge difference. You see them all busily working.
So that goes on.
Don't think of it as like doing it absolutely. Well, you can find out how to compost, but for the time being, especially as it's autumn and you've got all this stuff on the ground, keep collecting all this vegetative stuff and putting it all together in one place.
Right, okay.
And anything that's slightly woody, cut it into small bits. Don't get branches, but I think the sweet corn is fine. I think that's fine.
Leaves and stuff like that.
Leaves are good.
Grass cuttings.
Grass cuttings. Tea. I'm trying to think of stuff from the kitchen. I don't know about eggshells. I thought eggshells were fine, actually.
What else can we put in?
Coffee grounds.
Coffee. So this is very exciting. I'm excited. This is something one can do in the winter.
Yes, and actually, I was going to mention it to you before, and then I was thinking, I wonder if Mark...
So we found in our garden from a life, must have been either you or another gardener or someone must have purchased this at some point.
Yeah.
That's really bizarre.
I'd only have to go around later sweeping up the leaves, and you've got the first... I mean, it'll take up practically the whole thing.
Well, let's do it. That's why I need a rake.
There was a rake.
Oh,
Back to wanting a rake.
That's cool.
Fantastic.
That's for your arts award.
Isn't it brilliant?
That's great.
That's like that's Angela Davis.
That's like Black Klansman.
Angela Davis, the
That's really cool. I love the colour, the orange.
exactly like her.
Multi-talented, Maddie.
Multi-talented.
Singing, painting, drawing.
Yeah, so you should. Right. Okay, Nanny Di. Have you seen? You haven't actually. I know you haven't seen this. Look what I've done.
Oh.
Nanny Di.
Nanny Di, look. You've been telling us to do this for a long, long time. Let's clear this on the table.
This is fantastic.
What do you think?
Are you excited?
I love it. What does Q mean?
Well, so we've asked many of our lovely subscribers to suggest names for parts of this.
Where's the house in all of this?
Right, so let's see if you can work it out.
Are you being sarcastic? Okay, hold on. Hold on.
That's the house.
This is the house.
What's that?
A flower.
That's Nadia's head.
Okay.
Top of
What's
her head.
this bit?
That's the drive.
Well, it's not to scale then. No, that's okay. That's the thing. That's your
Patio.
Patio. So that is that.
Yeah.
This is the great big area
That's
of
the
green.
lawn.
In fact, it's the dog pooing area.
Dog pooing area
That is the bed
that we're going to destroy.
that we're going to destroy. This
Mum, can I just say something?
bushes. What?
Can I just say something? As you stand there like that, it's almost Churchillian. It's like you need a little thing of a tank that you're pushing across
Oh,
that.
I'd love that.
Yeah, do you remember? I always loved that sort of...
Yeah, unlanded.
Yeah.
And then what is the K in the corner?
Wow, that's... Look who's there. Teddy with a chainsaw.
Oh, bless!
Well,
Of
my
course he is.
chainsaw. Yeah.
Of course he is.
So, yeah, rockery corner,
Oh,
wedding patio. That's where the fig
Wedding
tree is.
patio.
Well, that's what it was built for. It was Teddy. You know that patio was a present from Teddy for our wedding.
which patio?
Where the sweet corn was.
No.
Yeah, it was,
I'd forgotten that.
Nadia had forgotten that. Yeah. That's Nanny Di's bed.
Oh, it's in the wrong place. Oh, so you're looking.
Yeah. So this is,
Oh,
this is the window there.
No, I'm with you. It's fantastic. Maybe you should go into landscape gardening.
Do you remember I did technical drawing O level?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it came in useful. Except as you
What are
rightly
those
said,
two-
first line, not to scale.
No, I'm sorry. I realised I was going to
It's
say.
really pretty.
Thank you. Put makeup on.
Look, what are these two blue?
Those are the two fir trees that lead into Dingley Dell. So you've put things in pots, and as we discussed yesterday, squirrels have nicked them.
Well, yes.
What do we do about that?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a wildlife sanctuary person.
We use the netting that I was using to protect the
that's
broad
true,
beans.
That's true. What I wonder though is if once they've taken them out, tried them and realised they're not nuts, if they just don't leave them alone forever.
Well, we did find 2 bulbs under the blueberry bush.
Yeah.
Sounds like a rhyme. We found 2 bulbs under the blueberry bush. I could almost see the expression on the squirrel's face as it tried to eat them.
Yeah.
And it left them.
And also, I think a lot of bulbs are poisonous.
Ah, so we could have dead squirrels.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
So here's the thing. Do we need to get a little book so that we can decide. We need a gardening journal. Do people have gardening journals?
Oh, no,
I mean,
they
like
do.
a proper
They
gardening
do.
journal. I'd love that as a
Diary of a
present.
Country House Lady was the most popular thing about 100 years ago.
But like right down to, can you remember where you've put bulbs in pots?
No. I can remember...
God,
I
you're
was-
like a squirrel.
No, it's not actually. I was going to send you a text saying all the ones with
Lobelia.
Alisum and lobelia that are hanging down that
Yeah.
I've cut off at the top have got bulbs in. The ones that I haven't cut off haven't got bulbs in. And then the ones that have got grit on the top have got bulbs in. Then I went a bit mad at the end and started putting bulbs in.
I know, I noticed. You've put them everywhere.
I know.
There's just rogue bulbs
No,
everywhere.
but they'd look lovely if they came up, but they probably won't have a chance.
Okay. What do we do with the plan now we've got the plan?
I can't believe you're saying that.
What do we do
you
with
did
it?
technical drawing and you don't know the whole thing of a
So we
plan.
now need to we now need magnified pictures of each section.
Unfortunately, you
So we need a big piece which is your thing. What would you like to call your bed?
I'd like to call it...
Nanny Dies Nook.
God, no! Oh my God! Absolutely
I'd
not!
like to say a no to that. Can we have this
A
in my
big
international
no.
film? A no to Nanny Dies.
In fact, I think you might have to cut that out. No, not to that. What could we call it?
Mark, do you want this whole packet?
Nan's
for
nursery.
breakfast?
Dingley Dell.
Dingley Dell.
Dingley Dell.
Me.
So
Nadia's here.
Nadia's...
Like a fizz of activity.
Oh look, you put a door in! That is so sweet. Look, you've got steps, you've got more steps, you'll be turning into that guy. What's that?
It's the hammock. These enemies when your mother just laughs at your technical drawing and thinks out of scale.
It's fantastic. I think it's a work of art
So
in
what
its
I
own
now
right.
need to do, what I definitely now need to do is I need to do enlarged versions of each bed so that we can decide what goes in which.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. So what we've done is we've drawn a map. We're going to go through our lovely subscribers' suggestions
Yeah.
for names. And I now need to do enlarged versions of each section of the map in a book. And then
Meanwhile,
you can
can I show
refer
you
to it.
what
You can
I'm
keep
doing
referring to it.
Yeah, and also, yeah. If you put it this way around, then it's the same as the
Oh,
outlet.
right. Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense.
It's like you're flying the ship.
Here's Nadia. There's
Yeah,
the
look,
thing.
there's Nadia. Yeah, look, over
There's
there.
Nadia. Here's this behind
Yeah.
us. That's it.
I need to put a little thing there saying you are here.
Yeah, you do. What do you think,
Yeah,
Toff?
that's what you need to do. We need a you are here.
You are here.
It's very true what you say, though, that all the time people are talking about plans of gardens and one never knows what they do with the
What do I do with
plans.
this plan now I've got the plan?
Exactly.
Everyone, I mean, I get it. because
Yeah,
it
I
helps
get it.
sort of visualise it on the table, but now I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, how do you translate this to that?
I was hoping you'd help me there, Mum. Du-du-du-du.
A book!
Du-du-du-du. 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 This is your gardening life.
Oh,
So what we can do is we translate each part of the garden to a double-page spread, and then you can literally you could individually mark the bulbs that you've put in.
Isn't this a beautiful book? I love it.
What do you think?
Can we call it Diane's
Put a
gardening
sticker.
book?